Hey everyone, welcome to pregnancy week 31. I'm going to try and keep this short because I know I tend to have really long videos, so I'm just going to get into it. The fact that there's only 2 months left, however, she's like her sister, there's probably only 1 month left. However, I'm hoping not because I have a scheduled C-section for April 16th. I don't have a time for it yet. They're still trying to figure out my doctor's schedule for that day. However, my name is the only one on the list for scheduled C-section, so he's pretty much on call for me that whole day. Let's see, so I'm hoping for a VBAC, however, not sure if it's gonna happen, but I do have a C-section date just in case because I can't be induced. The way my doctor explained it, he said the fact that my scar on my uterus, not the one on my stomach, the scar on my uterus has stretched a little bit more than they expected, that I can't be induced, not even a little bit, not naturally, like with their membrane sweeps. They don't recommend that because it could bring on contractions too fast if I was ready to go. So either way, I can't be induced. So if I make it past my due date to my C-section date, I'm just getting a C-section. I figure it'll be the easiest, safest, calmest route for me. I'm very nervous about having a VBAC if I'm able to. For some reason, I am terrified of the unknown. I was terrified to have a C-section. However, if I having one planned and scheduled, not as nervous because I've already been through it. However, totally nervous about a vaginal birth. So who knows what's going to happen with that, but I am scheduled for a C-section April 16th. Symptom-wise, there's not really many symptoms. The only symptom I have is that my hips have separated so much. And just the past couple of weeks, it's gotten a lot worse. They've separated so much. If I put my legs together and barely press them together, my hips actually pop out, like out of joint, which is a little bit scary, a little bit weird, and they pop back in, but I don't know, it's just really strange. I am trying to figure out if I want to go to a chiropractor and see if maybe he can fix something about it, because I know something's off with the alignment of just everything right now. So I'm wondering if maybe a chiropractor would kind of fix that. But anyway, my doctor still gave me the okay to keep exercising. And this whole time I've been doing Pilates and yoga, just switch them. And I figure that's been helping a lot, especially my posture. I know a lot of women kind of walk with kind of like a sway back, so their stomach is like pushed out a little bit more just because it's so heavy. I tend to not do that. I never did that with Lex. My body is just completely aligned properly this way. However, my hips are not aligned at all, and that sucks. But either way, I guess it's not that bad. I mean, there's only 2 months left, right? But it makes sleeping at night hard, especially getting out of bed. The other thing is I haven't really been sleeping that well, and I don't know if it's pregnancy related or if I'm just super sensitive to sound, but I'm pretty much waking up every hour. Not because I have to, use the bathroom or anything like that. I'm waking up and I can't fall asleep for the life of me. After I had Lex, I had the worst insomnia. Thought it went away and I think it's come back, and that kind of sucks. But there's not really much I can do about it. I think that's all for my symptoms. Craving wise is actually hilarious. Before Lex, I used to hate sushi. I hated the smell of it. I hated pretty much the whole aspect of it. I really did not like seaweed. However, I think it's just been the past 2 weeks, I have been addicted to sushi. We probably have it, I want to say about 3 or 4 times a week. Now, when I say sushi, I'm not talking about the raw fish sushi. I would definitely not eat that myself, and I would not give that to Lex. However, my husband loves the raw fish sushi. That's fine with him. But when I make it, I usually make it with either pan-seared salmon or I make it kind of like a modified California roll and just use vegetables. And it is so delicious. It is actually the best way to have a sandwich that I can think of. We always have rice ready, so it's really simple to just kind of heat it, add some vinegar, add some sugar to make the sushi rice, and then just kind of throw it all together. And we always have nori sheets here. So yeah, sushi has been amazing. And I now love seaweed, which is pretty funny. I never thought I would love seaweed because I usually just hate the smell. It smells like the ocean, and ugh, to me it does not smell good. But yes, it's been so good. And pineapple. I have been eating probably a ton of pineapple, like it's ridiculous. Ooh, by the way, I also made a video on how I make our sushi. I made sushi for my daughter and I today, so I decided I was gonna make a video, so that should be up either today or tomorrow. But yeah. And pineapple, as I said, and just kind of any kind of fruit. I don't know, I've always loved fruit, but fruit has been like a major love for me. Like that's all I'll eat, like snack wise. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of. I hope this was a little bit shorter of a video so it's a little bit more enjoyable, and I will show you my belly. So this is my 31, gonna be 32 week belly tomorrow. Anyway. This is actually my favorite shirt. And I still have no stretch marks, and I'm still able to have my belly ring in. Yeah, so that is my belly. I will talk to you guys next week for pregnancy week 32. Bye.